Good morning everyone. Today I am going to present on KAWACH Mask. This was launched a few weeks before and I believe it is a true service to the nation. Myself Dr. Bipin Kumar, I am a Fulbright fellow. I am working as a full assistant professor in Department of Textile and Fiber Engineering at IIT Delhi. The journey for the KAWACH is truly remarkable and the team has made a lot of progress in last 6 to 7 weeks and we have really touched lot of milestone. Some of the milestone which I am going to show it here is like after the launching of KAWACH, within last 6 to 8 weeks we have almost sold 10 lakhs KAWACH masks across the country. We are also able to create more than 5,000 jobs in the country. We have touched almost 26 states of the country, and also now we are focusing on our export business where we have already sent samples to 8 international market, and the moment the ban is lifted for mask export, we would be able to supply to international market as well. KAWACH has been received remarkable response from the media. It was launched on 18th of April and covered across 170 plus media channels in the country. KAWACH has helped giving job to underprivileged societies, for example, especially for the PWD community. One of the team was led by Suvarna Raj and more than 200 PWD participants also joined the KAWACH journey, and this was the photos where the Suvarna was actually giving KAWACH to our director sir. This is the first KAWACH developed by the PWD community last week. We also donated KAWACH through our NGO partner Uddhava, Eco Tattva and Association for Disabled People and NIU. Because of the contribution from our customer, like we are able to in that position where we actually donated more than 50,000 masks to the needies and underprivileged people. Before I move to the technical aspects of KAWACH, I really want to give a brief presentation on mask because there are a lot of myths going on in the society. What should be the right technical parameters for the mask? So, ideally speaking, there are 4 categories of the mask. One is the medical based mask where you might have seen N95 a lot. There are also surgical masks, and then there are 2 categories where textile based masks are very popular in the country. So, this is the surgical mask, this is N95 mask, and this is the textile based mask. And these are some of the technologies. The most common technologies are non-woven in case of medical and surgical mask, and textile based mask they use either knitted and woven layers. Raw material are common for the protection categories. They use polypropylene, melt blown, spun bond layer to give the protection. From the protection aspects, N95 is quite popular across the world. N95 it actually indicates 95% of protection efficiency at 0.3 micron, and N is another symbol which gives the indication of that it is not resistance to wire. So, since there is no liquid involved throughout this process, so that is why WHO recommend N95 as one of the criteria where 95 protection efficiency should be matched by the mask. There are a lot of N95 words then start propagating in the market because the moment N95 was listed in WHO documents, many local manufacturers also start making N95 masks and selling in the market at a very high price, which is not correct because the real N95 mask manufacturers are very limited across the world, and some of them are 3M, Venus, Magnum and a couple of more across the world. But in the country, many local manufacturers are actually making and selling N95 mask by stating at N95 equivalent or N95 compliance, but they do not have the real NIOSH certificate. So, it is the NIOSH which gives you the certification of N95 mask, and NIOSH is the agency in the US which not only tests the mask, but also they visit and audit the manufacturing process or the plant where these masks are being made. So, these are some of the technical limitations to get real N95 certification. In European market, these 3 mask category FFP1, FFP2 and FFP3 is very popular, and from WHO point of view FFP2 level mask and higher level protection efficiency is recommended. So, 94% protection efficiency at 0.3 micron. So, this is steps where mask has to be tested according to EN 149, and if a mask meets the criteria of 94%, then it can be told as a FFP2 equivalent or something like that. In the country, I think Citra is also doing, and many other NABL accredited lab are doing testing on the mask, and these are some of the 5 tests which is recommended for mask testing. And 2 common frequently used testing is particular filtration efficiency ASTM F2299. This is at 0.3 micron, and bacterial filtration efficiency 3 micron. So, these are the 2 common testing that need to be followed before you state this mask is protective. Now come to the KAWACH mask. So, some of the key parameters of KAWACH mask is it has having 98% at PM 3 micron and 90% at PM 0.3 micron. One of the other USB is a biodegradable material. So, 90% of the material used in KAWACH is based on cellulose based, and this is really interesting that it is saving and minimizing the impact of disposal on the environment. Also it is very cheap, 45 only, and it is truly make in India product, because all the raw materials and technologies is completely dependent on our Indian resources. So, we are not dependent anything on export for making this mask. These are some of the breakdowns. So, we have 3 layers. One is our first one is the outer layer and the inner layer, so which is made up of fabric. We are using the knit layer, have very fine mesh to give you the soft tactile comfort, and the middle layer is the filter material. So, this filter material is very important to give you that protection level of 0.3 micron size particle. So, the right combination of their GSM, weight, size is also the key parameters while designing the KAWACH. These are some of the videos where I can show you how it. There are a lot of counterfeiting also happening in the KAWACH market. So, I would recommend all the users, when you are buying the KAWACH, buy from the authentic sources. So, this is the real photograph of the packaging material, and this is the mask which is being used. Now, we are also improving designs day by day. There are a lot of suggestions actually comes from the customer in terms of elastic and the size fitting. So, we are improving day by day, and these are the you can also cut and test the KAWACH samples. So, it has actually 3 layers, and you can easily find out the middle melt blown layer, which is very important for protection point of view. So, this is the middle melt blown layer. This one is the middle melt blown layer, which is very important, and the other 2 layer is also very important to give you the tactile comfort. These are some of the technical comparison sheets. So, filtration efficiency at 3 micron level, 0.3 micron level, secured fitting, and breathability is also, I would like to emphasize that the KAWACH is very easy to breathe, because the pressure difference or the delta P value is less than 30, while for N95 it is more than 60, and this is less than 30. So, the more the pressure difference, while sucking the air you will feel lot of resistance, but less the pressure difference, your breathability for the mask is very good. So, KAWACH also take care of breathability issues. And the other big advantage of KAWACH is biodegradability, which none of non-oven based mask is providing it, and USB is also the price. So, that is also one of the plus point of KAWACH. These are some of the economical impact. So, when you compare KAWACH utilization for a weekly basis, so within a single mask you would be able to run for almost 1 to 2 weeks, while when you are using high quality mask and if you follow the WHO guidelines, you need to invest a lot for the protection. So, from economical point of view, KAWACH is really giving that benefit. Also social impact. So, when I was designing KAWACH, the main issue, main target was to give more and more jobs to our country person. So, we are not only providing jobs to textile sector, but also we are addressing underprivileged women, PWD candidates, and also now we are collaborating with some of the jails to give jobs to prisoners. So, the true purpose of any technology is to connect with the societies and also engage them in the journey. So, KAWACH is truly doing that. Ecological impact is also very important. If you see N95 and 3-ply in surgical mask, they are able to generate 30,000 tons of wastage in coming days. So that's really very dangerous from the ecological point of view. So no doubt KAWACH being made from the biodegradable material, truly it will be helpful and saving the environment, because 90% of the material in KAWACH is biodegradable. Some of the supporters, so we got support from USF, IIT Delhi, FITT, PNB Housing, DST, and very recently Central Police Canteen, they have also listed KAWACH in their database to supply KAWACH across the canteens in the country. One of the best impact of KAWACH was the team. So I was really proud to know that my students actually take this KAWACH and they really contributed in such a tough time. So most of the team members are very young, hardly 20 to 21 years of age, and led by second year, third year, fourth year graduates from IIT Delhi. Undergraduates, and truly the journey has been truly remarkable, and the way they are growing professionally and emotionally is really overwhelming, and thanks and kudos to this team, where despite having so many challenges, they did hold their nerves and made justice to the KAWACH, and we are improving day by day, and I am very optimistic that some of these members are going to really make a huge impact in the society in coming years. KAWACH, when we were designing KAWACH, one thing was very clear, that we really do not want to just develop a technology, rather our focus was to connect the technology with all the missions of our country. So it is truly a make in India product, and we are also catering the need of the environment, to save the environment. Also very recently our Honorable Prime Minister is also emphasizing to have Atmanirbhar Bharat, and that is only possible when more and more technology should address our own people. So truly KAWACH is being generating lot of jobs and making them Atmanirbhar. And I truly believe in Be Indian, Buy Indian products. So it should be made by India, make for India, and truly KAWACH is being addressing all of these aspects. Voice for Local is also one of the movement going on to support our Indian manufacturer and Indian local brands. So KAWACH is also addressing all of those things, and truly KAWACH is also acting as one of the key tools to fight against COVID-19 for the country. Very recently now we are also going to launch a new KAWACH based on the suggestions we received from the customer, and this KAWACH is now going to incorporate khadi and linen, which is also the premium class fabric, and it is truly Indian, and we are now going to launch this KAWACH 2.0, where we will have nose pins, and also we have the head elastics, and we are also using high efficient filters to give maximum level of protections, adjustable straps, head loops. So these are some of the changes we have done in the mask, and we are launching it on 17th of June based on customer comments. So with this I would like to end this presentation here. I would urge all of you to let's fight COVID-19 together to save our country, and thank you very much for listening and support. Thank you.